Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Beyond the Break with Cocolazo. And today, it's been a hot minute. We've been trying to get our schedule straightened. We had some tie-ins, holidays coming up, overdosing on food, pretty much anything you can think of. But we finally got to secure a date. We clutched it, locked it in, and we're like, no, we're doing this right now, literally. So I want to introduce my friends from Greenfellas, at least half of them. Welcome. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to finally be on Beyond the Break because I think that, as you said in the intro, kind of, we've had a lot of moments where, it's not working out, this is going on, that's going on. So I think it's finally good to, sit down and talk after kind of everybody's gone to sleep, on our respective ends.
Exactly. And I am genuinely happy that we finally got to, just pretty much I know we message each other's like, what's your plans tomorrow? And you're like, nothing. It's like, same. It's going to happen.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's just sometimes how it's got to be done. I mean, like, I had my kids were sick at one point, then you were sick, and then some things happen. And all I can say is that everything happens for a reason, and the reason is to let up to this moment to probably bring a better opportunity, a better recording, in my opinion, because of everything we got to go through. So I'm just so happy you got to make it and be a part of this. And I'm going to kick the floor over to you, and I want you to go ahead and properly introduce yourself and tell everybody about Greenfellas.
Okay, so to start, my name is Dima. I'm obviously one half of the Greenfellas, but probably at this point, realistically, maybe 90% of Greenfellas, I would say. Um, I guess I could start with we started this business kind of as not even people from the hobby,
Ooh, Dima, you're blurring out. Uh-oh.
but just more so people who all slash soccer. I don't know.
Can you hear me? You're like
Really? Oh,
lagging.
okay. I could hear you.
Okay, you're back clear, but
I'm
your
lagging?
camera, yeah, not anymore. You're good now. But your camera is blurry.
I see that. I see that. Hold up. I wonder why that is. I like moved it a tad bit, and then for some
Does your
reason,
camera have trace focusing?
let's.
You're clear now, and you're going back to blurry.
It might have tree. You might be right. Hold up. Hold
You
up.
need to disable that. That's a horrible function, I think, on
I
cameras.
I never use this camera, honestly. I'll be totally straight up. I use a different camera but this one's just in a better position, I think.
Right.
Yeah, so image. Which one did you say was
There you go. You're back clear.
better?
Yeah.
Good?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, I'll start with
All right,
I'll
and
start
I'll
with
I'll
where
count you
I
down.
left off before we.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, basically I'm going to start with the fact that we got into this hobby slash space as not necessarily people who collected cards, in our past. Maybe, at some point when we were kids we did, but not anytime recent leading up to when Greenfellas was started. I think we were more of just soccer slash football people that kind of saw the fact that these were players that we were watching every single day, every single week, watching all of these competitions because I'm an Arsenal fan, Eli's a United fan, just people who NBA, NFL, all of those sports. And I feel that once we kind of got into it, we started learning more about the hobby, building connections, speaking to different people, essentially creating a business from not even having any experience whatsoever. And that's basically what we've kind of gotten to this point. We did a lot of crazy stuff when we started, lots of crazy repacks, crazy cards going up on whatnot. We did a lot of the face cam stuff, like a bunch of stuff that I feel like leading up to it we didn't see. when we first got into it, but now it feels like we see it quite often.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure. So how long would you
so
say you've been doing that now?
it's been just over a year.
Just over a year already?
Yeah,
Does it feel like it's been
it's been
longer?
over a year.
Did you freeze again? Oh, you cut
You know,
out.
obviously, as anything in life. No,
Yep, and you're
I'm good.
back.
No,
Yeah, you're back.
very strange. I swear I have Ethernet. I promise. It's
Nah,
felt
it's
like
all
it's
good.
been. It's felt like. Yeah. Okay. It's good right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as I was saying before, I feel like it's been actually less time because I think there's been so many like ups and downs like throughout this whole year that it's felt like it's been kind of compressed into just, from event to event to event to event and then kind of just everything in between. So I feel you're still figuring it out. You're still making connections, you're still collecting cards, you're still watching the sport in general. It just feels like that's going by so fast. It's like going from season to season to season,
Yeah,
and you're
no,
just in
for
it.
sure. That's cool. I can't believe it's already been a year. And I think now I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it's been now officially over a year for me too on just the app itself. And then I know it was this year that I decided start selling cards. I let my daughter run some breaks on the show, which I know y'all got to hop in and say hi and hang out for a second, which was awesome. Just to have that type of support from the community, just in general, is always great to hear hellos from your friends, even if you're not selling spots or anything. Just that camaraderie. That's just a nice feeling because it helps that time just pass on by when you're just sitting there. If you're stuck not selling a spot, which I know probably a lot of people here have experienced, especially new people getting into the hobby and thinking that they can go immediately straight into breaks, they have to realize like it's a grind. It's an absolute grind sometimes, and there's a lot of endurance that you got to mental endurance, I should say, not physical, but mental endurance that you have to know that I might not be able to sell all these spots within an hour. I'm probably going to sit here maybe for about 2 to 3, sometimes 5 or 6, you know. But that's cool. That's crazy how just time has flown itself, and just to think about that 1 year ago you signed up, and yeah, you're right. Like I remember when I first stumbled onto your page, it was one of very few that had the OBS set up and the face cam reveal and everything. And then I remember watching some of y'all's mystery packs, which is pretty cool. I've always enjoyed that show, and then your single show, and y'all definitely have done a lot of varieties, like testing out the waters and different things, and that's pretty cool. Just that evolution that you've kind of jump started. It's kind of pretty neat to think of it in that sense.
I think that if you really look at it from kind of all perspectives, it's not really like a straightforward business. It's not like, you know, I guess I'll use an example of like, I guess a car manufacturer. You have development for tires that go into a car. It's pretty like straightforward. It's linear.
Uh
And
huh.
it doesn't feel linear. It feels like, you know, today I'm gonna go into a break and yeah, maybe I'll sit for an hour, maybe I'll sit. So I feel like in this business, it's not linear like it is in maybe other businesses where, you just sell a consistent product to the same buyers and kind of, as I used as an example before my internet started going wonky, like a car manufacturer, they have like linear phases. They develop a suspension, they develop the suspension components, they develop an engine, the body, all of that, and it's all linear. And then you have someone that you have to sell it to, and someone that you sell it through. When you go into this business, you kind of you can go into a break, as you previously mentioned, and maybe you'll sit there for an hour, maybe you'll sit there for 6 hours. You don't know. Maybe you make money, maybe you break even, maybe you lose money. There's this lack of consistency, which I feel forces you to kind of go outside of your comfort zone and do things that potentially um you might not have wanted to do before. So
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense because I could say that I think the right mentality to have when it comes to those type of moments is that you don't want to go in there with a negative attitude. Absolutely. Like everybody always starts off in a positive thinking that, hey, I think I'm going to make some good money, starting to do breaks and things like that. But I don't think they've put enough research behind the method because I've mentioned in a couple episodes prior that if you start wanting to do this, you need to do some serious like diving and some studying and stuff like that, which might be funny to hear that, but it's true because you have to think of it like, okay, what's the hottest new product right now? How much is it going to cost? How much am I going to split this apart to? Am I doing full teams? Am I doing players? Am I breaking out players? Like, what is it that's going to allow me to at least either break even or have a little bit of a profit margin out of it? If you don't take the time to think about that and you're thinking that, oh man, I'm going to make probably about 40% above what I made in the break, then you're already off to the wrong mentality because you're thinking that this is going to be a money making career, which in my opinion it's not. It's still a hobby at the end of the day. It's still something that we enjoy because it brings us either childhood memories or watching players that we enjoy watching now that we want to collect, and gaining some financial assistance from it is what I believe. Because if you say this is a profit margin gaining growth of a company, then it's just the one percenters, in my opinion, that has that opportunity. People who are on Whatnot and Fanatics and eBay every single day for multiple hours a day, breaking non-stop items in order to turn that into a true blue career. It can't be a career-based company if you're saying I'm going to break twice a week and I'm going to make X amount of money a week and this is going to be perfect. But yet I'm going to buy a product that's 2017 Topps Chrome, which costs about 14K, and think I'm going to make so much money out of it when I don't have the clientele to begin with, or the following, or the people that follow me don't have that financial opportunity to buy in multi-$100 spots. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole system to it.
yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with anything you said, but I just also feel at the same time that the reason why, in many ways, it's kind of seen as like this like intersection between a hobby and a business in many ways is because people, certain people, and maybe you could say this for the general populace, like I can't really say how many people do, like it's
Right.
really difficult to like, can give you like an example of, since we like use card hobby all the time for consignments and stuff, there are, big consigners that, put up, I'd say 1,000 to 2,000, let's say 1,000 to 5,000 auctions, like maybe a week or a month. They have this like consistent like cash flow from that, and they
Right.
like, it doesn't matter exactly. So that's one part of it. But then you also have certain streamers that are monetizing it where, they do a bunch of spots, and people kind of treat it like, I kind of see it as like maybe like a lottery ticket or like a slot machine, where they like have a bunch of spots in a break, and it's consistent for them because they know what their margins are, their viewers know exactly what they're buying, and
Right.
it's maybe not the best um bang for buck in general, but neither are lottery tickets, realistically speaking.
Neither
So
slot machines.
yeah, exactly. There you go. But they bring people this like temporary hit of dopamine that I
Right.
guess
Immediate
people,
euphoria.
That's exactly that. Yeah. So I guess my ultimate point is that it can be both, or it can be neither.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I was trying to lead up towards
Yeah.
that. Like for me, I mean, it's definitely like a little bit. It's like 60-40 for me. If I were to
Yeah.
really put it in towards a ratio, 60%
hmm
is because I turned it into a hobby itself. I have a great career that I can provide for my family, and that's what matters most for me. And then the other
Yeah.
40% is just if I have cars that I no longer want, I'm able to sell them, gain a little bit of profit out of it, and then I put that towards my PC that I love to collect or towards an
Yeah.
investment opportunity that I believe of a player that's going to bring a little bit more of a revenue down the road. It's kind of like treating it like a stock market. It literally is. I mean, Legacy. When I had a topic with Legacy, he had a really good system of how he broken down like his four simple rules, and it stuck with me. I know a couple of the rules was, first things first is enjoy what you're doing, collect what you love. Because if you're collecting things to collect, to think that you're turning it into a margin, a profit, you're going to get so overwhelmed and it's no longer going to be joy. It's going to be just detriment and just heartache. You're going to get burnout. Easiest way to get burnout is saying, I'm going to collect everything that everybody's saying when they read it on whatnot or hear a breaker say, I'm chasing this. And then all of a sudden there are things like, ooh, I may need to start chasing this player too, since he said it. There is some influences, whether it's intentional or non-intentional. A person who hears something is going to immediately have that reaction of, well, I wonder what happens if I'm missing out. It's FOMO, straight up FOMO. They don't want to miss out. I mean, think of the people who, like, for me instance, like, I'm not saying I suffer entirely from FOMO, but I stopped collecting when I was in high school, and during 2020 I didn't collect either, and then all of a sudden when I started collecting 2 years ago with my daughter, I'm finding out all these cards from 2020 that I watched these players were rookies and stuff are going for astronomical numbers because the hobby blew up and created this gigantic
Yeah.
bubble. And I'm like, wow, I truly missed out. That was the first time I think I had like a little bit of FOMO, is because I'm like, dang it, I could have made some monster money. But there you have it right there. Like, that was the first mentality I had, is like, how much money could I really have made? And then when I started collecting with my daughter, it was Pokemon, at least. So it was something where I'm not diving deep into well, the pool, however the phrase goes, trying to get everything. I'm just there having fun because I'm creating a memory with my daughter. And then it's where things really screwed up for me, is when I found out about Whatnot. And then I saw soccer cards, and I'm like, holy crap, soccer cards are actually a legit thing now, because they really weren't as a kid. You would be lucky to find some type of a soccer set back then, especially here in Texas. It was impossible to find anything like that. And then I'm seeing all these companies making different types of set. I'm like, okay. And then when I first saw the first set with Colombia in there, for my eyes, I'm like, oh my gosh, wallet's done. I bought into so many breaks. I know for a fact I bought into so many breaks when Copa came out because of Colombia, and I hit my first gold 10 James Rodriguez. I'm like, oh yeah, those endorphins really do kick in into overdrive. You get that itch, you get that urge that you want to just keep chasing and chasing and chasing. And it took me a hot minute to register, like, okay, I gotta pump the brakes, because my profit is not in the positive whatsoever. It's straight in the negatives.
I
you
guess
know?
like yeah, yeah. I mean, I completely agree with you in that sense. I mean, I guess to kind of address all of your points, I think yeah, I we collect cards to form memories, right? Like, depending on who we collect, what we collect. I completely wholeheartedly agree with you in the sense that you should collect who you love and not for profit. Because I mean, when you see what I have in my collection, you'll understand that I'm not really collecting um for profit. I really only
Right.
collect two things. Yeah, I only collect two things. I only collect Arsenal and I only collect Ukraine. That's it. I don't collect anything. I don't have Messi. I don't have Ronaldo, Neymar, whatever whatever you want to call it. I don't have it because for me, collecting in the same way it is for you, it's kind of creating a memory of those players that I like,
Mhm.
and having cards from specific moments is more important for me than having something that will potentially appreciate, in time.
Right.
And on the same token, you know, if I have these memories, um, those are not valueless. So let's say in a pinch, I needed to get rid of them and something. It's not like I buy it for X amount and I have to sell it for zero because it has no value. So in a way, it's kind of like I collect what I love, but at the same time, it's an asset that if I really wanted to move, I could get rid of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And
So
such a nice way to phrase it. And I'm pretty sure that was something similar towards one of the rules what Legacy said in a prior episode is it, do what you enjoy and stuff, and it doesn't hurt to chase some of those asset players that you
true.
also truly enjoy as well. Like, I mean, besides Colombian players, there's a nice handful of players that I truly do enjoy because I've watched them play and I do see them as having potential, and I enjoy collecting their cards, and like Santiago Castro. He's a hot prospecting rookie climbing up there. He's not no Quenda or Mora, but he's definitely on the top five in my opinion. And I've been trying to collect some of his stuff. And now that his first set of autos came out with the new Merlin product that got released a couple days ago, I will admit that I tried to chase it a couple times and totally got smoked on it. Which now I've learned, like, okay, I'm not gonna repeat the same thing I did last time with Colombia. I'm a patient person. It could take me 6 months, and if I find one that's a good deal, I'll buy it. I'll eventually own one. Like, for instance, I finally just now got my first Pirlo autos, and it took almost over a year, and I've been chasing them for a long time, but I had to wait till I found that opportunity where it was a very good price for what it is, and it's something that I really, really liked. Because, in my opinion, you can never go wrong with legends. To me, legends are what build the foundation of soccer, is what you and I don't know how old you are, but I know definitely me, have watched growing up.
25.
25? Darn it, I am older by 11.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I respect the legends. Gotta respect the
you,
game.
you gotta respect the game that was created from, because I mean, like, I mean, I get so tongue tied trying to speak about Legends because I get so passionate about it. For me, I got to experience a lot. I got to watch Totti play. I got to watch Pirlo play. I got to watch the World Cup where Zizou headbutted the Italian. I got to witness, Neymar's growth in the soccer world, and playing Joga Bonita, Ronaldinho, and who I was a huge, huge fan of his. Kaká. I mean, the Brazilian squad in general from that generation was
Shevchenko.
unparalleled. Yeah, Shevchenko. I mean, we can keep adding on more and more from the Euro side of it. I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
South American, so of course I got to represent my country a lot,
Yeah.
and just the whole continent itself. But even the Euros, the Euro
No,
Continentals brought in a
no,
lot of tremendous players.
no, no.
But yeah,
Listen, I only said Shevchenko because, like, I guess Ukraine is not really a country. I mean, they do have their players, generation wise, but it's not really like they haven't had too many players who have been like kind of global like that. So I think that
right.
when I was growing up, yeah. So when I was like kind of growing up and stuff, I felt like anytime you would see like a number seven kit in Ukraine, whether it was like red and blue for AC or blue and yellow for Ukraine, it would be Shevchenko. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
people would be like,
absolutely.
yeah, Shevchenko. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, so you are let me ask you this. Is your lineage from Ukraine?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. That it
My,
makes
my
that's cool. So, definitely with the New Yorker accent, but the bloodline runs deep to the Euro.
yeah. I mean, yeah. My parents are from there. My grandparents are from there. I mean, I as a kid used to go there every summer for like 3 to 4 months, like up until I was like probably 20 realistically. So
Oh, that's
I
cool.
have
That's very cool. So let me ask you this: did you play soccer growing up? Uh-oh. Did you freeze again? You're frozen looking straight down.
no, it says you're not visible.
Nope, nope. We're both back. Man, the internet's not being
Okay,
nice to either of us in
I
today's
guess.
episode, but that's okay. We're still grinding through. But before you answer my
Yeah.
question, I told you earlier before we recorded, I'm going to pause the show every couple times.
Hmm.
So we have a game at the end of our episode, and this is where I'm going to have you pick up your first random card for this game,
Okay.
okay?
Okay. Okay.
So grab that card right now.
Okay.
Got
Any card, right?
any card, 5 seconds.
Okay. I'll take this card.
All right. Don't tell me who it is till the very end.
Okay.
All right. Now let's proceed. So growing up, did you play soccer?
I did, yeah. I played from a young age. I played a bunch of sports, honestly. I would say that I it was probably the first sport that I played. I was playing for a while until I was, I think, like 9 years old, something along those lines. And then I had like a heart condition that basically like prevented me from doing
Mm,
like not physical sports, but like high intensity sports.
right.
Um, because I had like an extra electrical pathway in my heart. It would cause like rapid heart rate. So I had to like stop playing for a while. And until I got like surgery for it, I wasn't able to play. So
Oh man, sorry to hear that. So that
that's where I was
means you
at. Then
can't have
after that, I
energy
did
drinks,
play.
can you?
So no, no, no. It's already like it's good. Like in terms of
Oh,
they
okay.
fixed it fully. Like I was able to play sports after. It was perfectly fine. Like afterwards, but in those intermediate years, I wasn't able to basically energy drinks, high intensity sports. I couldn't do.
I'm so caffeine dependent that I think if I were to stop cold turkey, my body might go into a serious shock. I'm not for sure. I don't plan on testing it anytime soon, but I could tell you from whenever the energy drink was first created, I bought one and drank it, and it hasn't been nonstop from there. And I mean, you saw me. I'm here drinking a cup of coffee here at 10:30 at my time, not even phased by it. But I
I
also got two
mean,
kids, so I got to keep up with their energy level too.
yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, I probably didn't try an energy drink until I was probably I don't even know honestly like 22, something like that. But I do drink a lot of coffee. I probably drink like 2 to 3 cups a day, something like that. So
So my high school days, I pretty much growing up, I played every sport pretty much under the sun. I just was a fanatic of just wanting to play anything or anything. I golfed, I boxed, I played soccer, I played football, I played baseball, I played basketball. I was short in basketball, didn't last long in basketball, but I could still do it. But one thing was that when pre-workouts were a big thing in high school, I was doing bodybuilding, and I had the original ingredient of Jacked, which is pretty much illegal if you were to look at it. And that thing was almost like 400 to 500 milligrams of caffeine with additional 100 milligrams of nitro oxide in it. So if you want to talk about having the best pump in your life in the gym, that was the thing to have. Like, I mean, you felt like Senator Palpatine in Star Wars just shooting the lightning right out of your fingers and everything. And yet, I will say this and knock on wood and pray to God that nothing happens, but I have not developed any condition or problem. I I think the doctors are quite surprised about that. I tell them all the time that, I have a heart of gold, so that's probably why, but yeah, I'm probably going to get cursed for that one now. My wife hates it when I say crap like that. But so let me dive back
that's
into what
how
we
I.
were talking earlier. So what what has been the projects now that Greenfellas has been doing? I know we talked a little bit about it. I know Eli is pretty much going to college, and I know I saw you have new help in some of your streams. What's the
Mhm.
transition phase for Greenfellas?
I think the transition phase has mostly kind of fallen on my shoulders in the sense that, I've had to kind of, like before I used to handle everything that was just kind of hands on, sourcing the cards, shipping, kind of theoretical stuff in terms of, how to progress, who to connect with. Eli was always more so like the person that, connected with people, responded to people, but, you know, let's say he was still responding to someone, but something came up, it would still be us kind of troubleshooting together. But now I don't really have that troubleshooting kind of dichotomy with someone else. I kind of do it on my own. And, I think it's kind of worked out fine. I feel that we're kind of still in a transitional phase because the person who you saw on my stream was Chris, and he's a part of the team now. But we've been kind of strategizing kind of how to make our comeback and kind of how to make it more efficient in the sense that we can be happy with ourselves, we can, kind of progress it as a business and kind of everything that's associated with that. So it's been difficult in the sense, but it's also been kind of liberating where I've actually picked up more of the slack uh, than I did before. And in that way, I felt that I've learned new skills that maybe I wouldn't have learned if, we kept the status quo.
Right, right. No, that's good though. If you think about it, being able to learn and create those opportunities does add a new level of abilities to yourself. I mean, in the business world where I work and stuff, like uh, getting that level of experience and then being in an area where then you're too comfortable with because you've already achieved all those experiences. I mentally like to go to a new department and put in towards a new challenge of myself because it gains those new it opens up new pathways. It opens up a better self of your vision. It helps you become more rounded out in your abilities and learning new abilities and just adding that extra level of pressure on top of that is always super helpful. And it's something like when I've trained people at my work and stuff, new college kids and stuff, which is weird to say that now because I was the college kid, but it is true in a sense. I always tell them like, don't stay comfortable where you're at. Don't just think that you're here coming every day for a paycheck because you now know how to do everything, because you shouldn't feel that way. And I tell my daughter that always too, because you should always challenge yourself to be a better version of yourself. And the only way to do that is to push yourself into more uncomfortable situations. That way you're well rounded in the future. And that way, whenever new challenges approaches, you have a better mindset and you're more headstrong about approaching those things.
Honestly, I think I 100% agree. 100% agree because I think that the unfortunate part is that, as human beings, it becomes comfortable, it
Mm-hmm.
becomes easy to kind of be where you're at. And,
Yes.
for something and, kind of retired and, you're comfortable, it just is what it is, in the sense that you've led up to that point. You've wanted that to be where you want it to be. But for some people, they kind of get comfortable somewhere in between
Right.
where, it's kind of a little bit too early to be comfortable and they kind of lose out um, on being able to achieve their full potential. And I think that in a way, I mean, I don't know if you agree with this, and this is kind of like side tangent ish, but I think that as we were speaking about college, I think that college is an important way of becoming more a more potent version of yourself because you're able to experience so many different things, not
Yeah.
necessarily just socially, but I think definitely course wise and stuff that, you probably wouldn't be exposed to. You always go to
Oh
college and
yeah.
people always say like, why do I have to take this, history of, I don't know, the Weimar Republic or something like that. I don't know. And you're like, yeah, I mean, I guess you'll never use that information, sure. But, having that information and being able to kind of process it and kind of not necessarily apply it, but just like kind of see the. I mean, anything that helping that is useful, even if it's something minute.
Right.
So.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree. I went to college. I went to UTA. It's called University of Texas of Arlington. The
Mm.
ongoing joke there is UT almost, since we're not UT Austin.
Hmm.
But no, I'm 100% agree, because it was. I will say this: like through high school and everything, I was one of those that just laxed. I went to class, and all I was looking forward towards was whatever practice I had that afternoon, whatever friends I was going to hang out. And it wasn't until like the first day of college where I got a serious wake up call on like how hard and intense college was, and realizing that this isn't no joke. This is something that I need to do, and I need to do it right the first time, because this is going to shape whatever future I want to create out of it. And I
Yeah.
know college isn't in for everybody, and I know trade school is not for everybody, but it's something that even if you choose not to go to college, which I always encourage people to do, but you don't have to do it, is whatever you do in your life, press forward and make sure that you're doing it the best to your opportunity and abilities. Don't just say, I'm giving you 80%, give you 120% every single time, because that's what's going to make things better. Like, just like this whole hobby stuff. Like, if you're going to do it, make sure you're doing
Agree
it the right way
with
with the
that. I
right
think that that's
mindset.
an important mindset.
Exactly. Like, mindset's 100% key when it comes to this thing that we call the hobby. I mean, look at the impacts that have happened here within the past 6 months. If you look at it just from a whole hobby aspect, you have these bouncers, is what I call them, that are inflating different markets to a point where they're creating a bubble so large that they're popping it every single time. It just happened with basketball. It happened then straight to Pokemon, as you could see how much it inflated just outrageously, to a point to where that hobby has popped now, and now they're all moving towards One Piece, which I didn't know it was a big thing until I started seeing the cards, and I'm like, oh, those are pretty cool. But now I know I'm not going to collect it. So I already have enough as it is. If my wife
Fair.
finds out I'm collecting something else, I'm screwed. I mean, this would probably be the last episode I ever recorded.
Yeah, it's like that MJ meme where he's like,
Exactly. Exactly right. Exactly.
no,
But
no, no.
but we've all of us as a community has experienced all these transition, and honestly, my theory is the fact that soccer is next. We are to me, we are seeing it happen as we speak. I mean, we all have a general sense of knowing each other on whatnot, just this one platform a lot. Like, I know a huge amount of people, you know, a huge amount of people, and when you start scrolling and you start going to these random sites that just pop up that are breaking soccer, you start looking at them and you know that these are like baseball breakers or football breakers or basketball breakers that are now starting to buy into the soccer product to break. And I know
Yup.
that, and I have
I
my
agree
own
with that.
personal opinions with it, but honestly, I want to know what your opinion is about people who are never been a part of this, that are now starting to grab kind of like our inventory for our community that we've had for the hobby. What's your take on that?
You cut out for one part of it. I heard what you said. What is my opinion? And then it cut out, and then you said inventory. So if you can just repeat what you
Oh,
said in
okay.
that,
Oh, that was the first that
yeah,
I cut out. so,
yeah, because
so
I didn't hear you speaking. So
so my question is to you is, what is your thoughts and opinion on these non soccer breakers starting to break our soccer products?
I think, well, I guess I can kind of preface it by saying that I don't necessarily think that it's bad to have exposure to the hobby because, I having more people should technically have be better for the hobby itself, especially in the soccer sphere. But I think at the same token, the more people you have, the less accessible it
Oof, you broke out now. You just jumped off. Ha ha.
becomes. And football, I think that there are a lot of like cards that are, you know, I can let's say like a rookie of like some kind of silver prism, like a non-numbered card, like a
Oh, like a
relatively
Bo
like a
Nix
Wemby, like a yeah,
or a
Bo Nix
Wemby.
or
Yeah,
Wemby.
dude,
Yeah, I
Wemby
think those
card.
are like good examples. Like how much is like a silver like PSA 10 uh Wemby rookie? Like it's
That
probably
goes for
like
around $600-700 now.
yeah, $600-700. I
Hmm.
mean, he's probably what like one of the most like hyped rookies in recent times,
Oh yeah.
if not the most
Oh, now it's Cooper
realistically.
Flag.
Yeah, Cooper Flag. Exactly. But Cooper Flag doesn't have the he hasn't been that guy yet. You know, I
Mm-mm.
guess Wemby hasn't either, but Wemby at least shows that, in the future maybe he will be. But that doesn't even matter because I feel like those cards, $600 for a silver PSA 10, like in soccer, let's say 6 months ago, you'd probably be able to pick up like I don't know, like obviously higher grade, lower grade, maybe like higher numbered, but a numbered probably Messi auto for that price, realistically, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So probably one of, if not the greatest players of all time, you could pick up his auto numbered in maybe slightly less grade, maybe in the same grade for about the same price. So the value proposition in soccer was always better, and soccer itself, it becomes less of a value proposition. You're paying more
Ooh, you are like
consequences that I saw before.
frozen right now.
Let's see if it
Okay, you're back and you're clear, but your bars are red.
yeah, it's like
Now they're
4.99.
yellow and
Right.
they're green. There we go. We got green. Go back and reiterate. You started freezing up at higher Messi cards for that price.
Okay. So okay, you want to count me in or you want me
Y-
just to go straight into it?
You can go straight into it. I wrote it down.
Okay. So I would say that my opinion was that for the price of a silver Wemby, you probably at some point, maybe 6 months ago, before there were more people getting into soccer, you probably could get like a Messi auto, like relatively, maybe out of 50, out of 25, or something like that,
Right.
for the price of a silver Wemby rookie in a PSA 10. So I was kind of trying to say that soccer still is, but was 100% more of a value proposition than any of the other sports. Um, any other sports other than maybe like tennis or something like that. I think tennis is kind of low value right now, honestly, for
Yeah,
the type of
it
players
had a
you can get.
spike last year when it first Topps Chrome Tennis came out, but it is definitely taking a dip now.
Hmm.
But I think also it's because there was a lot of hype last year into tennis, and I think that has a lot to do with the impact of how a
You
card
still get
market
good value
goes.
there, but I think that yeah, yeah, that's true. But it seems like we're kind of in the thick of it right now. It feels like
Mm-hmm.
it started with Lamine. The
Yep.
Lamine hype was kind of where I think the whole hobby kind of recognized that. At least I felt at the time that a lot of these prices for Lamines were set by people that weren't in the hobby, you know? So honestly, if I were to give an example, like soccer is the equivalent of a neighborhood being gentrified, kind of like the soccer hobby.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like. It feels like, other people who kind of just either just collectors or investors or whatever kind of are swooping in to get like the low value proposition, and they're kind of pushing out the people who were there from before because obviously soccer is a global sport and a lot of the people that were into it maybe, for them the cards were good value, like maybe they had to stretch a little bit to get them, but it's gettable
Yeah.
to get something that you want, like, and I'm sure that a bunch of people thought the same way. So yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like a kind of a gentrification type of thing,
Tr-
but
True. And then let me give you my last 2 cents on this, because it is treated like a
mhm,
double-edged sword. I mean, there's
yeah,
always, when there's bad, there's always good that can follow. And the good that I was going to bring up with the following of the bad was the fact that, like what you kind of touched on earlier, is that the exposure level is going to be a lot larger. And I think what that will
hmm,
help is the exposure of soccer growing, especially within the United
hmm,
States. That could potentially help, USA see that soccer is and recognized as the world sport versus like football and baseball. Basketball obviously is a global sport as well. Baseball is kind of global, but not to that extent. And then you have football, which is pretty much isolated in the states alone. But I, I think and this is my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. I know there's a lot
hmm,
more intelligent folks out there, but we all have our own entitled opinions. By this exposure, I think it helps. It could potentially help people have more of a passion for it. And with that passion that grows, could actually spread towards the actual soccer community as well. And maybe, in fact, help, soccer grow in this country alone, where we start recognizing our better players and start finding better methods of scouting better US talents and stuff like that to grow our MLS or our nation's team, stuff like that. Because when you have, like, think of it this way, and this is from the baseball aspect. Scouts in baseball are the most intelligent people out there. They run everything by the metrics down to the final decimal number, knowing what a kid can throw in his potential future, how fast his whip is, how fast it can get their whip to if they're a pitcher, how low their ERA potentially can get. I mean, baseball metrics is the most advanced thing you can think of. And what helped that was the collection of baseball, because if you think about it and you flip a baseball card, it is broken down. The numbers of hits they had, their ERA, their pitcher, the amount of strikeouts and give ups and stuff like that. If there's a method like that to apply towards soccer, then imagine using those metrics for finding kids to go into the country to play more for our and represent our country, our MLS system alone, which is kind of a laughing joke to my opinion. Like I've watched a couple MLS, but you've jumped off. Why? Oh, you gone. The internet is rough today. What is going on with my internet? Oh, it has to be me this time.
yeah, I
Oh, I
think it was.
wonder. I should have kicked my daughter off. She's there in her room watching TV. She's
It's
probably
okay. I
watching
mean,
Netflix.
yeah, that's probably it. I heard everything basically set up to the ERA part, what you were
But
talking about.
I mean, think of it that way. Like it could. It's wishful thinking, but it could be an opportunity to use something of that dynamic or metric to grow and evolve a sport. I mean, look how good
I,
our training systems are. Like the advancement of our health education for all these athletes that you see today is unreal.
think exposure for the sport is good, like regardless. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if cards get even one kid to kind of commit to playing soccer as as a sport, then I think it's a successful achievement. But I think that kind of the stuff with the science with the stats, I think that soccer is very advanced now, at least, and it's totally more advanced than it was maybe like 10, 15 years. I mean, there's so many statistics. There's XG, there's
That's true.
X
I forgot about that.
NP, yeah, NPXG, expected assists, what's it called? Expected threats,
Mm,
field tilt.
Yeah, well then
Um,
I'm just gonna say ignore everything I said. That was just a dumb rant of mine. It's already late as it is,
no,
so
no, 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 no. No, no, no. I think you were right in the sense that it's something that people should be more aware of because I feel like a lot of people
awareness,
kind of
yes.
discount it. I think that people discount the stats because they maybe don't understand them, right? And I think that
Yes.
looking at stats in that way might force people to think about it more theoretically, which may in turn make them better players,
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was trying to say. You just did a lot better job than
right?
I did.
Which I think is what we were getting to. Think that the theoretical stuff is something that people should focus on, and
Right.
you're 100% right. This could be a one way of doing it.
So I'm gonna pause again. You have 5 seconds to grab your second card, so go ahead and get it.
You know, this is your second regular card, right?
Yep, second regular card, and then I got a couple more questions. You'll grab your
Hmm.
third, and then we're gonna dive into our game.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, let me grab one.
5,
All right,
4,
I got one. I got one. I
3.
got one.
There you go. Okay, so a couple last minute questions before we start wrapping it up as we're hitting the 55-minute mark. I know it's super late over there. This is getting late over here.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, it's all good. Like I said earlier, like for me, I struggle with sleep. It's bad. I mean, I did an episode with Signature last couple weeks ago, and we
Hmm.
were recording. It was 12:30 my time, and it was 1:30 a.m. his time, and we just started recording because he had some major storms knock out his internet, and we were trying to record through his phone, and he was it was hilarious, and if people haven't watched it, they need to catch that clip because if you ever seen two super droggy people talk, that's the episode to catch it in.
I'm having a good time. I feel more energized now. I
Good,
feel more
good.
like I feel like I had coffee. So I
Hey,
think I'm
super happy.
perfectly fine for now.
All right, so here's one of the more important questions, and that is, who is your goat? Is it Messi or is it Ronaldo?
Who's my goat?
Who is your goat?
If you asked me this when I was a kid, I would say Ronaldo.
Uh oh.
But if you ask me now, I would say Messi.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I know some people are due for it. I mean, to each their own, like I always say. That's the
Yeah.
best thing about the hobbies. No matter who your goat is, like even for me, like truly, I'm still not gonna expose who my goat is. I'm gonna save that for a future episode. So I led up to nothing.
It
I
could be
keep
someone
doing that.
else.
It absolutely could be someone else. I mean, if people know me, they already know who it is. But to me, I am a diehard. I'm passionate about my country from where I'm from. I was born there, and the players that came from there, I'm super passionate about. A lot of people know exactly who my true goat is, and I will say it is someone that isn't from my country, but it's not what people would expect. But so now we're gonna lead into this next part of my segment,
I
which
might have a
flex.
suspicion.
We'll discuss it after the show. I'll throw a poll
But
up there one day. I think I'll probably do it maybe on my 50th episode, whenever, if everything goes good. I'm hoping I should see 50 episodes easily, but you don't know what tomorrow has entailed. But I keep grinding because I feel like this series is fun. I get to meet so many new people. I
I
get to
think
talk to friends. It's been a blast.
you literally cut out as as you were saying. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring.
And see, prime example. I
Yeah,
could that
yeah.
could have been my last breath right there.
It could have been. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
That was perfect. I'm gonna turn that into a reel.
Yeah,
But
you should.
we're
You
we're
should.
now
But
gonna do flex your PC. So how
yeah,
many PC cards do you have
how many of do I have in general, or how many do I have next to me?
next to you? So that way I can match you.
I let's say I have yeah. Let's do five.
5.
Still
All
there?
right. Yeah, I'm still here. You got 5. I had 4. Let me add one more quick
I could
one.
I could take one away. It's not a big deal.
All right, let's do 4 and 4.
Yeah, it's still 4 and 4, so you don't
All
have
right.
to get up. Okay.
Show me your first PC card.
Okay. It's like weird because like I never like I don't think anybody knows what I have honestly
See, it's
unless
pretty
I like
cool.
actually bring. This is my first PC card. I don't know if the camera can focus in on it. I
A
probably have to
little bit
keep
of
it in there.
glare, but I definitely see Arsenal. I feel like the body stance from what I'm seeing is that TT Henry?
No, no, it's Zinchenko. Black Prism.
Ah. Okay, that one angle you had, I finally got to see really good. Ooh, that's a nice card.
Yeah, I think I got it off of Card Hobby. It was like 23, 24 uh Zinchenko Black Prism. So
Very nice. Okay. All right, my turn. This one is 2024 Prism Copa America, and it's not Colombian. This is actually, I'm very proud of this because this was my first 2 PSA submissions.
okay.
And this one came back as a 10, and it's the Orange Soccer Club of Neymar Jr.
Mm. If I could see it,
Yeah, it's clean. I'll have to send you a picture. And for those that just now witnessed that, our
I'd
our,
be
our cameras aren't
even
down.
more impressed. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
so
true.
now
I'm
that
a
now
big
the
fan.
the fans
No,
see that we had
that's a nice
technical
card, and
difficulties.
I think like
Yeah, you and me
yeah,
actually talked about it. He's one of the players I've been chasing his auto for a
I
long
feel,
time.
huh?
Neymar has been one of the players I've been chasing his auto for a long time. I'm hoping one day I'll definitely get to own one.
I think you'll be able to. I think that it makes sense because you seem like a Joga Bonito, uh, enthusiast,
I
shall I say?
am. I'm a huge Joga Bonito enthusiast. That's
Yeah,
passion. That's love and heart on the field to me.
yeah, yeah.
All right, let's see number 2.
Number two, I'm gonna. This is a card that I actually got recently. It's actually kind of important to me. I'll show you this. I have it in the PSA submission thing. So it's this tops now. Victor
Okay.
Gyökeres
I was going to
and
say, yeah.
Gabriel.
Very nice. That is a very nice card. As you cut out. That's one way to end a flex your PC. Show it and run.
Hey, back.
I'm back and you're back too. You cut out from my side.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay. Okay.
that was a sick card though. That tops now. So mine is here's
So it's
another
like
one.
basically I was at this game.
You were? That's sick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
At least we were able to spit it out super fast at that time. As you freaking ah, so much editing I'm gonna have to do on this one. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna even be able to get this whole game out? We were having such good momentum. Oh, I think he's gone now. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Come on now. Let's close that. That's a nasty burp. You gone. You're not just a little gone. Oh, hallelujah. Can you hear me? Testing, testing.
Uh, yeah,
All right.
it
Okay.
saved the best for last.
I know, right? I made a comment like, "Oh, he shows that PC and he runs away." That's how you end the show right
Yeah.
there. We had
No, no. I was
such
literally, I
good
was all I was
momentum
trying to
there.
say was that I went to the game, right? It was in what, October? It was like October 26th or something. October 25th, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was there, and I remember them doing, the celebration and stuff. And I went with my fiance, and she was like, "They're definitely gonna make a Tops Now card out of this. You got to get it." And I was like, "Yeah, you're 100% right. I do have to get it." And I ended up getting it, a bunch of cards, and I got the package literally the day after my dog passed away, and I got.
Mm.
Oh
Mm.
my goodness, bro!
Dude, I've never had this much problem ever. I don't know why it's doing this so bad. This is like worse than worse. We were so close to ending the episode too, and we had such good momentum. Can you hear me at all? You are flashing in and out bad. Son of a biscuit. Ugh. Oh, dude. This might have to finish up tomorrow. Hmm. I have never had that much
Wait,
issues before. I have never, ever had that much problems before.
neither have I. I don't even know how I don't even know how I'm losing internet. I literally have the computer plugged into the freaking router.
I know, and now you sound like you're looping, like you're double voiced. Let's do this. Let's. Are you about to go to bed anytime soon?
No, not
No, not
necessarily.
necessarily. Let me knock out my oldest and I'll text you if you're awake. We literally have like the very end of the segment, which is the end of the PC and the game. That's all we have left.
Okay, okay, okay,
So
okay.
I'll text you when she's out. That way I can knock her off. I didn't think her watching TV was going to make that much of an impact at all. It never has before. So I don't know if AT&T is just sucking balls tonight or what.
I don't even know. I don't even know if it just fixed itself. It's showing that I'm at like 5 megabytes per second. So I don't know what. I don't know what's going on.
Me neither, but I'm going to stop the recording. All right, after so much fun technical difficulties, we are hopefully back really well.
So back.
So back, and at least you viewers get to see the snippets out of it. Honestly, this has been a fun opportunity. Still, I still have enjoyed this moment, this opportunity getting to talk to you, and just kicking rocks with you and stuff. It's been a blast and it's been a blessing, honestly, regardless of
Likewise.
how much effort we've both had to put in for it.
That's what makes it better. Listen.
Exactly, exactly. So we were in the middle of showing our PC, so I'm gonna go ahead and just show mine right off the bat, and it's a PSA 10 Blue Sapphire of Rodrigo Mora, PSA 10. So that's my second little PC card that came in here recently. So now I'm gonna go ahead and kick it back to you as we're getting our momentum back.
I don't even know if I like. I don't even know if I was able to even like describe what I was talking about the this card.
Yeah, let's not jinx it.
Yeah,
If that's the card that caused so much mayhem, then let's just move
yeah,
on to the third card.
yeah. I know exactly because I don't even know how many times I can describe it. We can do this one. Another card set for submission.
Okay, okay.
Richie as a
Yeah, I was gonna say
uh,
that's a
rookie gold prism.
very nice. I like that one. That's clean.
Like,
Very
yeah,
clean. All right, so let's see here. I think
to be quite honest.
I think I'm going to show off just one more so that way we can get our game going. But here is a PSA 9. I actually got this one from Whip. It's a from this year's finest out of 10 of Santiago Castro, one of my
Oh,
latest PCs that I've added to my
very
collection. I
nice.
really enjoy watching that kid play. He's definitely skillful. So
More
anybody's
power to
watch
him.
do what?
More power to him.
Oh yeah, for sure. And anybody who's watching this, if you have his auto, make sure you hit me up because I would like to try to pick up one of his autos down the road.
Not try to hit one in a break.
Nope, I've already hit my limit, and I know I'm not gonna try no more. I'll just be patient and wait till it's available for a sale.
Fair, 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 fair. So my turn, I
Yeah,
guess. Let's do this one. Zinchenko, one of one, Ukraine patch with the
that is
UEFA.
nasty. That is a
Yeah.
gorgeous looking card. I love that one.
Yeah, I also got it similar time to the other ones. It's also his jersey when he wore it in the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, so also has a lot of good memories at that stadium. So
Dang, that's
another
awesome. One day I hope to go watch a nice EPL game or a Serie A game whenever we decide to go over states and stuff. I think that's on my bucket list. That is definitely on my bucket list. That I would say to go to next year's World Cup, but that one kind of is already diminishing because the prices for those tickets are
yeah, yep,
insane.
yep, yep, yep,
Oh my
yep.
gosh. I looked up the ones at the Cowboy Stadium and I'm like, I'll take out a loan for that one.
They're not making it easy. They're not making
No.
it. They're gonna make people finance the tickets at this point. You
Oh,
know.
dude. Yeah. It's like, yeah, buy 2 tickets now and you get 6 months, 0% interest for a $15,000 loan. See if you can pay it off in 6 months. Otherwise, your interest jumps up to 29.99%.
50-year mortgages and the finance soccer tickets.
Yeah.
Here we go. 2025, 2026.
And put that one on the bingo card. All right, I think it's good enough where I'm going to show my last PC. This one's a recent pickup from Anfield, and I love it because he is one of my favorite Colombian players, and that's Lucho. And it's
Ooh.
from 22-23. It's a PSA 10 from Jade, and it's actually the purple Jade out of 15 of Lucho himself,
That's
who
very
has
nice.
been balling. I mean, I Lucho is definitely the future of Colombia, and I love just the way it's going.
I feel like he's a present, no?
He is the present, but I mean, he's younger than James, so he definitely is going to lead that squad for a while before his time is up, and then Rios, I believe, will take over from there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, good, good, good. How would I say that? Succession. There you go.
Exactly. So I think you're now due for your third card, correct? Or do you already have all three?
I think I did. I did that prism. No, I think I did four actually.
No, I mean
Yeah.
for our game.
Oh, for the game, yeah, right.
All right, grab your third and last card because we're now about to go into the fun part of our break.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think this is where you'll get a kick out of it. The best way to end it all.
Just anything at all.
Anything. Yeah, 5 seconds.
Okay. Do this one. Yes. Such a weird box. There's so much like random stuff in here. So.
Even
Um.
better.
Okay. Let's do this. I guess. Yeah. Let's do it.
This one should
All
bring
right.
some giggles out of you.
Okay. Let's
And
see.
yes, I said giggles.
I respect giggles.
All right. So
Okay.
now that you have three cards, I want you to tell the viewers which cards did you get, which players.
Okay. I got three cards. I'm
Yep.
taking all of them. Okay.
Yep. All the
So
players.
I got Christian Vieri,
Okay.
Marcus Rashford,
Okay.
and Kai Havertz.
And Havertz. Okay. Okay. This is going to end up pretty good then. So, how this game works is that I got 15 questions for you. Okay.
Okay.
Each of these questions are scenario based questions.
Okay.
and you will be picking one of those players that's going to answer the scenario for you. All right.
Okay.
All right. It's a fun new
Okay.
game I've invented that I've done now for I think the past since Wigs. Wigs was the first one I did it with, and it's just been sticking on every time. I've had a couple of them that when I told them that we're recording, that have requested that game. So I figured, you know what? Why not just make it a Coco exclusive and just keep on going with it? Because it's fun. It's
Yeah.
absolutely fun and it's a blast, and it brings up a whole different meaning of this game. So question number one. All right. Are you ready? Oh no, our first freeze already. Oh, we made it 7 minutes. We made it 7 whole minutes on the second recording. Ay, mierda. And I'm green. Everything is going good on my end. Son of a biscuit. I gotta change this to like Discord or something. All right. Come on, Demo. Three. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can power through
Okay.
these questions.
Let's do it. Let's
Let's
do it.
do it. Let's do it. Question number one. You pull a massive card off camera. Which of those players is going to force you to re rip that pack for the clip?
That's a tough question, actually. Low key, it would force me to re-rip it in order to get like the raw reaction wise, or
The video reaction, yeah. Like he's telling you, re rip this so we can record it.
I mean, I really don't have any connections to Vieri and Rashford, so I'll probably say Havertz. Realistically,
Havertz. Okay. All right.
yeah,
All right. Question number two. You're late to a match because of traffic. Which of those players is going to still blame the ref?
I'll say Rashford.
Okay. One of your players has to negotiate trades for you. Who's going to absolutely lowball everybody? Oh no, I lost you on question three. Oh, come back, Demo. I see you. Are you still thinking? Can you hear me? I see you. Nope. Now you're gone. So that was my stupid mistake. I accidentally freaking hit refresh. That's my fault.
Okay, okay,
I was
fair
I
enough.
was trying to split the screen because I was trying to get my questions to one side because I could barely see them,
Okay,
and I accidentally clicked too low. So that's my fault.
that's fine. That's fine. As
I
long as
apologize.
it's your fault and not the internet's fault.
So I deeply apologize for that.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
so let's power through. Question number three. Okay,
Contract.
all right, here we go.
Okay.
One of your players has to negotiate a trade for you. Who's going to be the one that lowballs everybody?
Let's go with Vieri.
All right. You're running a break, and then the chat starts to turn toxic. Which player is going to be ban happy and start banning everybody that gets in his way?
Rashford.
I could see that. I could totally see
Eh,
that. All right.
yeah.
You open a pack backwards. Which of those players is going to immediately notify and call you out live on it?
Okay. You're gonna have to repeat that one because it cut out again.
Oh, okay. You open a pack backwards. Which of those players are going to call you out on it?
Havertz.
Yeah, I could see him as that type. All right. One player insists that they have the hottest hands in the game. Who's going to demand to open the pack for you?
I feel like they're all kind of, you know, in a way, kind of. Actually,
A
I feel like I'll say Vieri because I feel like they're all kind of selfless, but I could see him as like
little bit of a selfish type.
no, maybe not selfish, but more of like outgoing. Like, like, let
Ah,
me do
yes,
this.
yes, yes. All right. You hit a case hit. Which of those players gonna be like, it's not that great?
I'd also say Vieri.
All right.
Yeah,
One
so
player starts coaching you mid break. Who's telling you how to actually hold the cards on camera, how to pronounce the names correctly, how to show them off to the viewers?
let's say Havertz. Say
Havertz.
Havertz. Yeah.
All right. That one's actually good. You're filming content, and one player's saying this is gonna go viral. Who's the one that's lying to you?
Oh, I that's tough, man. Because I always remember that Rashford clip of him and LeBron. You know.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's my favorite saying. He wasn't even the one that was saying it, but it was just like him being involved with it. It's just like kind of etched in my head.
Yep.
Um, yeah, let's go with him for the sake
Okay.
of this.
Here's a good one. One of these players is going to start overhyping every single card that you pull and act like it's a one of one. Who is it going to be?
Mm. Say Vieri. Vieri.
Vieri? I could see that,
Yeah.
or I could see Rashford as the hype man.
Yeah, I could see Rashford as a hype man, but I also see him as like maybe he won't go like over the top, but I feel like
True,
maybe
true.
Vieri kind of goes over the top because he's like a funny guy.
Yep. All right. You accidentally call a card by the wrong name. Which player is going to take the time to Google it, find out the information, and call you out live?
I feel like, I mean, the way these questions have gone, I feel like probably Havertz. You know?
One player becomes a hobby influencer overnight. Who's the one that's going to turn into that person?
I think Rashford.
Rashford? Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing a giveaway. Which player accidentally enters themselves?
Hmm. Let's go with Rashford again.
Okay, okay.
I
One
feel
player is in charge of sorting your cards. Who's accidentally mixing soccer, basketball, and Pokemon all together?
Vieri. He's an old head.
And here's the last question. All right. You end the stream, but one player says, you should have ripped more. We didn't hit anything. Rip another box. Who is it going to be?
It's got to be Rashford or Vieri for this one, honestly. Yeah, I'll go with Vieri. I feel like
Vieri.
he's just more like I feel like he's just more outgoing than the other two,
I
so it
could
kind of makes
def
him.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It plays very. This game played very well on his personality.
Yeah, exactly. He's so like outgoing. He's like a bubbly guy. So
Exactly. Well, what'd you think of the game?
I mean, I like the game a lot. I think that it actually it forces you to kind of think, and it's also like it kind of gives comedic relief because at the same
Exactly.
time you're kind of putting these players into like you obviously don't know them. You don't know them,
Exactly. You're
so
assuming
you're
what
just
these people
like
would be
based
like.
on yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's what I like about this. Is it gives a whole different perspective of us and how we perceive these players as.
Yeah, exactly. They might be like completely well, maybe not completely the opposite, but they might respond in different ways. But to
Exactly.
us, that's how we see them.
Well, my friend, I want to first off thank you so much, one, for your time and patience with whatever was going on tonight. It was definitely a battle for both of us, but we didn't allow that to win. We both grinded through it, and we made sure that we recorded it from beginning, and we ended it tonight. And I'll make sure everything's edited and looks great for you. And I appreciate you as a person and taking the time and just hopping on and one, being my friend, and two, just being a part of the community. And I look forward to seeing what Greenfellas has in store. So this is where I kick over the floor towards you, and you can kind of give a little shout out to whatever you want, as well as what future projects are lined up for Greenfellas, or any expected things that we're going to see down the road.
I would just like to reciprocate on everything that you said. I appreciate you being a friend in the community. I appreciate that you've taken the time to, kind of give people a spotlight within the community, and it obviously entails a lot of work. And I think that you need to be given your flowers because I think many times that people, you know, they're not given the credit that they're due, and even though they may feel like it doesn't impact them, I think that it gives you a good boost to just have that credit being given to you. I think also there's some stuff that we're working on to be stay tuned. Obviously, through all of our social media and stuff to see like breaks and stuff. I think we're definitely going to get into. I'm excited to see, where you're going to go because it's already going to be 2026. I want to see more breaks from you and your daughter. I just want to just in general extend a thank you to and okay.
No, you're good still. You're still good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
I'm
good.
good.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
it
because
cut
it
out
cut
of my
out of my
screen.
screen,
I
so I
thought
thought
I
I
was
was
gone.
gone.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
I would
I
like
would like
to
You did just enable two
extend.
mics though, because now you're
Did
talking in
I?
double. Yeah, somehow you're talking in double.
I didn't even touch anything. Hold on.
Count to 10 real fast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, you're back to you're synced. You're good. That was weird, that
Okay,
part. Yeah, you were good and everything. Then all of a sudden you started talking in double.
interesting. Okay, so then I'd like to say thank you again for making it easy to plan this out. We've had different stuff come up in our schedule, and this is like, I guess, a kind of closing thought is that this is like the. I know that it has a name.
Okay.
Get to battle through it.
Right.
So that's what I got.
I appreciate it again, my friend. And for everyone out there, make sure you like and subscribe to Cocolazo. Make sure you follow Greenfellas and keep up with all their posts and what their upcoming projects are, as well as mine. I have a couple little things that I'm still kind of working in detail. Just got to make the time for it. But honestly, as much as there was heartache, there was a lot of just fun and joy out of this. And I thank so much for having the patience of an angel during this night, because I've never in my life experienced such heartache with internet that someone's going to be getting a phone call tomorrow because everything is off in my house just to make sure. And everything's probably off in his house, so something is against us, and we're not going to let that affect us one bit. So here at Beyond the Break, me and Demo are going to bounce out for the night, and we'll catch you next time. See y'all.
Peace out.